Hi, I'm Diane from GoNaturalEnglish.com, your personal English coach and motivator. The holidays are just around the corner. And as the holidays approach, we get a little bit lazy with our English studying. But don't worry, I am here to help. Whether it's you or someone that you know who is learning English, I'm going to give you a few suggestions of what gifts would be very useful for an English learner. I think the best gift to give someone is something that is useful and that'll keep somebody on track with their goals. If learning English is one of your goals or your friend's goals that you're trying to buy a gift for, then stick around to the end of the video. I'm going to share with you my top 10 gifts for English learners to help them stay on track, and also they are super fun, so why not? And if you like these English tips that help you become fluent faster, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. My first suggestion are games, specifically word games. Games like Scrabble, Taboo, Apples to Apples, and Cards Against Humanity are not just fun, but they're a great tool for English learners to learn about American idioms and vocabulary. If you're a beginner, then I suggest maybe starting with Scrabble or Apples to Apples, maybe even Taboo. These games are friendly for beginners. It can get a little bit difficult as you go on, but the vocabulary isn't too difficult. Once you're a little bit more advanced, then you can move on to Cards Against Humanity. Even though the vocabulary is not necessarily difficult, there are many American idioms that may be confusing for English learners. And the best part about these card games is that when you're playing, you actually have to read the card out loud. So you will be forced to practice your English. My second suggestion are cookbooks. If you or the person you're buying a gift for loves to cook, then I suggest starting with a cookbook as a gift. It not only improves vocabulary related to food, but also how to follow instructions in English. And what a great way to test your English than cooking something. If it comes out wrong, then maybe you didn't read the instructions correctly. And if it comes out amazing, then you were able to understand the instructions. They are also a great way to learn about American cuisine if that's something that the person is interested in, or from any part of the world. Food around the world is my favorite, so that's a great way to learn about other cultures, and cookbooks are a great way to do so. My third suggestion are easy to read books for beginners. For those who enjoy reading but you don't feel too confident about your English, then I think these 3 books that I'm going to mention should be very helpful and you should find them pretty easy to read. My first suggestion is Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling. It's a super easy way to start. Most of these books came in so many different languages that maybe you've already read it in your native language, and now reading it in English may be an easy transition. And if you've never read a Harry Potter book, it's okay. The language that is used in these books are meant for kids and teenagers. So it should be easy to read for somebody who's just learning English. Maybe not super easy, but it's very simple English to understand. And the best part is there are movies. So if you read the book and you feel like you missed some things, the movie doesn't necessarily have every detail in the book, but it's a great way to get an overlook and a general idea of what the book was about if you didn't get the message. My second suggestion is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. It is an American novel that is read by most high schoolers. I'm not sure about now, but I read it when I was in high school. It is about a young boy during the Great Depression in a southern small town. It touches on racial injustices, classism, and loss of innocence of a young boy. I read it in my English class, and it was pretty difficult in the beginning because I was still an early English learner. I wasn't super confident with it, but I was able to get the general idea of what the book was about. And if I'm not mistaken, there is a movie about this book, so if you missed something in the details about the story, watch the movie or read the book again. I've read a couple books more than once because I missed the message, and by the time I got around to reading it again, my English had improved. My third suggestion is The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. This is also a book that has been read by many high schoolers, so you know that the language is not too difficult. In this book, it's about a young, mysterious millionaire who is obsessed with getting back with his ex-lover. And the book even touches on the American dream, so it can even be relatable for those who have moved to the US. And for me, I read this book a few years after I read To Kill a Mockingbird, and by then my English had improved and also the movie came out. So after I read the book, I watched the movie and I felt pretty confident that I understood everything that was said and what the story was about. My fourth gift suggestion is a journal. In a previous video, I mentioned that a great way to stay motivated with your English and to make sure that you don't feel so overwhelmed is to keep a journal. So each day or each week that you learn something new, write it down in your journal, and it can also act as a reference book. Once maybe you forgot something that you learned, just go back on your journal, and that way it's a great reminder of what you've already learned. My fifth suggestion are vocabulary cards. These English flashcards can be found online as PDFs that you can print out, or you can buy them and they can mail you like a little box of cards, or on your phone. I personally like the physical cards so I can place them around my house, my car, work, so that I can practice whatever language I'm trying to learn. If you're learning English, then use them for English. My sixth suggestion is a word or phrase by day calendar. These calendars show you a little phrase or a word every single day that's different from the day before. You don't only get English practice, but you also get a little motivation to start your day. My seventh suggestion is a Kindle. I know that nowadays there's so much technology, laptops, cell phones, and iPads or tablets that some people prefer, but I think a Kindle is a lot more convenient to use. It gives you access to thousands and thousands of books that you can have on the go. And it's also super light to carry. It also has a built-in dictionary, so if you don't know a word, you just press and hold on the word and the definition will come up. Just a few minutes of your day, maybe reading a chapter or two of a book, and I am sure that your vocabulary is going to expand exponentially. My eighth suggestion is Grammarly. You can download Grammarly onto your computer and it'll help you become a better writer. Maybe you need to practice your writing for if you're in school or writing emails to your boss or coworkers. Grammarly can help you make your sentences sound a lot better, whether it's fixing the sentence frame, your grammar, or even your vocabulary. Grammarly is an amazing tool to fine-tune those grammar mistakes that maybe you have had issues trying to get over, or just simple, just to learn more about grammar and better ways to write sentences and paragraphs that make it sound more fluid and more like a fluent English speaker. My ninth suggestion is a trip. For those who have the resources and time, and let's pretend we are not going through a pandemic, I think a trip to an English-speaking country, if you don't already live in one, is an amazing experience to really immerse yourself into the culture, and your English level will definitely improve. Being among English native speakers is the only way to really get your English to the next level. I even recommend going alone on these trips. I think once you're alone and you only depend on yourself, that is how you will force yourself to practice your English and give it your all. And my 10th suggestion, best for last, is our online English course. It is the best gift for someone who wants to stay on track with their learning during the holidays and want to take their English to the next level. Our comprehensive course will take you from an intermediate level to an advanced English speaker. It is up to you and how much dedication you put into your English learning. That way you will see the difference and you'll gain great confidence using any and all or some of these tools that I just mentioned. These are my recommendations for gifts for English learners, and if you have more suggestions, just comment down below. It may be helpful for other people. And don't miss free Go Natural English tips by signing up at gonaturalenglish.com/email. Thank you for sticking around to the end of my video. I wish you all happy holidays and stay on track with your English so that next year you may be at a different level if you study during the holidays. See you next time. Bye.